Unfortunately, this storm claimed the lives of people throughout the region, including at least 10 in our city. And tragically, we expect that number to go up as information continues to come in. And I did want to extend my condolences to all the families who lost loved ones in the storm and ask all New Yorkers to keep them in their thoughts and prayers. In addition to the lives we lost, the damage we suffered across the city is clearly extensive, and it will not be repaired overnight. The two biggest challenges facing our city going forward are getting our mass transit system up and running and restoring power. This morning we have begun the work of clearing and reopening bridges and roadways, both of which will take some time, and the best ways New Yorkers can help us get this done quickly is to stay off the roads. The work is well underway. East River bridges have already been reopened. The work of getting our mass transit grid and our power grid restored, however, is going to take more time and a lot of patience. MTA CEO Joe Lhota has described this as the worst disaster the agency has seen in the 108 years the subways have been running, and Con Ed has described the damage done to its power systems as unprecedented in scope. So clearly the challenges our city faces in the coming days are enormous. The MTA and Con Ed both have very strong leaders and extraordinarily dedicated workers. They are working extremely hard, and they will continue to work around the clock to get their systems fixed. Our administration will move heaven and earth to help them so we can get back up and running as quickly as humanly possible. But the damages that they face really are enormous. Here's the information that we have as of this moment. Regarding Con Ed and the MTA, the most recent report has approximately 750,000 New Yorkers without power. There are something like 326 buildings and 59 public housing developments without power. That's about 60,000 people in more than 26,000 apartments, and many of them are in Zone A. The steam system in Manhattan south of 42nd Street was shut down as a preventive step by Con Ed. That affects heating, air conditioning, ventilation systems, including many of our hospitals. And because they shut it down preemptively, we're hopeful that the steam system can be restored fairly soon. I spoke to Con Ed CEO Kevin Burke to offer any assistance that we can provide. We will talk to him again later on, but I think it is fair to say that you should expect, given the extent of the damage, power may be out in lots of places for 2 or 3 days, and maybe even a little bit longer than that. There is extensive flooding in all under-river subway tunnels. Subway yards where rail trains are typically stored also flooded, and I think that shows the wisdom of Joe Lhota in moving trains out of there to higher ground. I don't think there was any damage done to the rolling stock, but the tunnels all flooded, and that's going to be a big problem to get them back going. Public transportation remains closed until further notice is a good way to think about it. There is no firm timeline for the reactivation of bus or train service, but I'm sure the MTA will do everything it can to have limited bus service perhaps this afternoon, and hopefully we'll be able to announce, or Joe Lhota will be able to announce, a restoration of most bus service by tomorrow. We certainly think the roads by tomorrow will be clear and free of water. All major airports serving the metro area are closed today. Runways are flooded, and there are no flights leaving or arriving. How much damage was done to the navigation equipment and lighting around them, we don't know yet. To help people get around, I've signed an executive order that permits cab drivers to pick up multiple passengers, even if a passenger is already in the cab. It will also allow livery and black cars to pick up passengers off the street anywhere in the city. These measures will be in place as long as MTA service is out. If you use one of these cars, please make sure that the car has a TLC license plate. Now let me bring you up to date on our hospitals. We reported last night that NYU Downtown and the Manhattan Veterans Hospitals were closed. NYU Langone also had to be evacuated overnight. That is virtually complete. Bellevue Hospital has lost power, but at the moment is operating on backup power. Coney Island Hospital has been evacuated. The Department of Health is sending people to each of the hospitals and chronic care facilities in Zone A. We've had significant challenges at many of our hospitals and healthcare facilities. Fortunately, as of now, there has been no storm-related fatalities at any of them. There are more than 6,100 people in our emergency shelters, and I'm happy to say there are more than 2,200 city staff working in those shelters.